What's good, YouTube? It's KB back, Just Do Boxing, back with another video. And I want to get my thoughts on this Friday's fight between Sir Marcus Browne and Artur Beterbiev. Browne was coming into the fight 24-2, 16 KOs. Artur Beterbiev coming into the fight 16-0, all 16 by knockout. Browne, 31 years old, 6'1.5", with a 75.5-inch reach. Beterbiev, 5'11.5", with a 73-inch reach. And Browne is coming off a unanimous decision win over Denis Grachev, who was 20-12-1 with 11 KOs when they fought back in April 20th of 2021. And before that, he had a tough fight with rugged veteran warrior John Pascal, where not only he lost, but he was cut and dropped multiple times. But the Browns' credit, I mean, it was a fight he was doing well in. He just seemed to keep falling asleep at the wheel, so to speak, and he kept allowing Pascal to land big shots, flooring him multiple times in a fight that he was doing well in. And that was back in August 3rd of 2019. Tonight's fight started off well. As usual, Browne starts off strong, maybe the first 2 to 3 rounds. It went well for him. Then Beterbiev started to land some heavy shots on Browne, and eventually they clashed heads. Both guys ended up with bad cuts. Browne had a cut over his eye that was leaking, and Beterbiev cut looked even worse. He had a gash down the middle of his forehead that continued to bleed profusely through the whole fight, through most of the fight. So he fought most of the fight with a terrible, disgusting looking gash on his forehead. One of the worst cuts I've seen since Badu Jack cut when he cut his head against Marcus Browne when they fought. But to note, once they got cut, it seemed as Beterbiev stepped on the gas, he got stronger, and Browne seemed to weaken and fatigue, and he got sloppy. He laid on the ropes too long. Beterbiev made him pay. Combinations to the head and body. And I believe he knocked Browne down 2 or 3 times in this fight, and I think 2 were body shots. And it's like once he was cut, I mean, you've seen a significant change in pace and activity. He slowed down a lot. He became more stationary. Like I said, he laid on the ropes too long, too much, and he allowed Beterbiev to just walk him down and land pretty much whatever he wanted. Excuse me. And Beterbiev was able to stop Marcus in the 9th, and it just looked like Browne had nothing left in the tank. I mean, like I said, it's the minute he got cut, you seen a noticeable difference in his activity, and he just seemed to fatigue, like he had nothing left. And the combination of the cut with Beterbiev's relentless pressure and his ability to get Browne on the ropes, it proved to be too much for Marcus Browne, and he eventually got stopped in the 9th. I didn't like how it seemed the broadcast only showed Beterbiev's corner. I only remember seeing Derrick James maybe 2 or 3 times, and the reason I even mentioned it is because I would like to hear what kind of instructions James was giving Marcus Browne in the corner, but it seemed as though they kept going to Beterbiev's corner. So we weren't really able, as listeners, spectators, we weren't able to hear the instruction given by Derrick James to Marcus Browne. And all in all, it was a rough and tough fight. I mean, it got sloppy at times, and it definitely was one of the more bloodiest fights I've seen in a while. Both guys, like I said, with terrible, nasty cuts that ultimately I think was a deciding factor in Browne's approach to the remainder of the fight. I mean, like I say, he just wasn't able to do much after that, and he just became like easy pickings for Beterbiev. And like I say, he was knocked out in the 9th, and that would be his first stoppage loss. And I think he could rebound from this fight. I think he could rebound, especially with Derrick James in his corner. He's just going to need more than one training camp, of course. So I like to see how that plays out. And as for Beterbiev, I mean, he recorded his 17th straight knockout, proving his record to 17-0, all by knockout, retaining his WBC and IBF light heavyweight titles. Great respect to both fighters. I mean, Browne showed a ton of heart. He showed power. I mean, but ultimately, I think Beterbiev's pressure was just too much for him. It got to him, and he broke his will. And it was a good fight. But I was pulling for Marcus Browne, but Beterbiev's a beast in there. I mean, the guy after the cut, I mean, he just kept coming. It's like he got cut. He seen his own blood, and he just got stronger. He got stronger. Browne got weaker, and he continued to step on the gas, which led to the knockout. And like I said, great fight. And it's going to be entertaining to see who Beterbiev steps in there with next. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo came knocking at the door, because although he got the win, the stoppage win, it wasn't the most impressive win. I mean, Browne definitely had his moments in spots, but he ultimately broke his will. But Browne definitely had his moments against Beterbiev. It wasn't just like completely one-way traffic, but even though he took a pretty good beating, but it was definitely a good fight. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes knocking at Beterbiev's door next. So that's my thoughts on the fight. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Get in the comment section, like, comment, subscribe. And always, man, y'all get in the comment section to let me know if I gave Artur Beterbiev and Sir Marcus Browne their just due, because that's what I like to do over here at Just Do Boxing. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.